WTF, we're doing a podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Michelle. This is 50. Welcome to What the 50. Join us on our continued journey to simplify our lives.
We will seek the answers from the experts and offer tips, tools, and techniques to live your life with confidence and joy. Are we ready?
Let's go!
So here we are again.
So you know why we got here, right, Sabrina? We talked about it because we were really popping down. So
you had to call for backup.
and you're part of our pop-up plan.
Yes, I'm happy to assist, happy to share my knowledge.
And
to
what
make
a
life
knowledge
better.
it is.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
It
a lot.
is, and that's the thing. I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm not trying to teach you to be a makeup artist. I just want you to feel comfortable with wearing your makeup, still feeling like yourself, but improve.
Right, and
No,
and we
absolutely.
have it all.
Yeah,
too.
you
just
listen.
have to
You could
use
be
it.
a
You just
whole
don't know
makeup
how to
artist.
use it.
Nikki's products
Oh.
are like what I have in my kit. Yeah. So
Except I can't use them.
No,
we'll
you
get
can't.
there. We'll get there.
Mhm.
Okay, so I found this in Nikki's kit, and I really like it. She has like this little palette with some foundation shades and some blush sheets, and
Right.
all are cream. So she's already put on her makeup, and I just want to improve on it a little bit.
Right, okay.
So good.
Right. So this is a brand that it's called Saint,
Yes.
and it's like you order online.
Yes.
They
I
don't-
really like that it's because they go from lightest to darkest. So you can have like a highlighter,
Right.
concealer, actual foundation shade, and a contour in here too, right? Do you ever use a contour? Because
I really don't know how.
Right.
And if I'm honest about this makeup brand, I don't honestly like how it feels on my skin. So I love the blush,
Yes,
but
do
I
love
don't
the blush.
love the
foundation.
foundations part. Yeah.
That so maybe you don't have to replenish that part.
Yeah,
But I
just-
do love it, and because you already have it, try and use it out because you want to maximize what you spend, right? So I'm gonna go in.
I do have this Merit. No, sorry, not that one. This Merit blush too. That it's also a cream. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
not-
cute.
I'm
and
not
nice
so
and travel size.
I'm
all
not so
about
sure of the
travel size.
color though.
Okay, so maybe we can build on this. So I'm just gonna go in, right? So I like to put it on the brush and stamp it. So my hands are clean. You can also do this on the palette, yes. So I like to spread it out because there's no chunks, right?
But I've never used a little blush brush that small.
Yeah. Well, I prefer smaller because you can build up on the
Okay,
space.
okay.
Everybody's space is different. So I'm just gonna spread your blush a little bit more. So Nikki has the most amazing cheekbones without any sort of enhancement. She was born like this. This is what people pay money for, right? So you just want to pop it out a little bit more. And trick in school, blush is parallel to the jawbone from the top of the ear coming forward. Nobody needs to know all of this. You just,
Okay. What do you think of this color though? Do you think
I love it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna let you look in the mirror to see what I've done, and I've also taken it up a little bit
Oh,
to
okay.
the temple. Now the trend now is for your blush to marry with your under eye area. So I am gonna take it a little bit higher,
Okay.
not too close. I don't like it like all the way under the eye. That's my personal preference. And you can, where's the mirror?
Okay. Ooh.
This, yeah. So
Oh, sorry.
you can see now. I know you may be worried about the amount of color, but that's also easy to remove. But I mean, look at her skin, right? This is without contour, this is without highlight. This is just blush color. So if I were to do your makeup, this is the amount of product I would use. Now, mind you, she does not have on a lot of foundation.
So I have the sunspots.
Exactly. So, when we put everything together, it's going to look cleaner.
Right.
Right? You can also, so if you put on too much blush as a trick, so the same beauty blender that we were talking about, use it a little damp and you would press. So this
Okay.
is the action that I'm talking about. And you could see that it removes some of the product and it does still look like skin. It doesn't look like a pile of product on the skin. So it does make a difference. So
Shall I let you do
as
that?
we're here, I'm gonna give you a little highlight
Okay. Oh.
and a little bit of contouring. Now, generally I would contour mostly at night. I believe that, you know, you shouldn't go out in the daytime with heavy dark marks on the skin. You can do light contouring for daytime if you think you need it, right? And you can contour with powder or with cream products. So, you know, when you put on your foundation or your BB cream or CC cream, that's the point where you would go in with your cream stick
Okay.
contour or
So
yeah. Oh, you have one.
I have this. That's a
So like a highlighter. Oh, you
board.
should use your highlighter just so I can show you
And
what I can do with
also,
it.
where is my? Oh,
Is
this.
it on the other end?
No, this.
This is your pretty. I like that it's small and easy to control. So we'll use a different brush for this. Whoops. Just get that. Okay. So we'll do the contour first and then we'll do the highlight.
Okay.
So notice I haven't even used any powder product on her. So to find exactly where to put your contour, so I kind of showed you, blush is parallel to your jaw, starting from the top of the ear in this area, right? And you feather it out. Your contour is in the hollow of your cheek. So if you press right here, you feel that little space under the cheekbone. That is where your contour goes. So a lot of times you see people putting the contour too low or too high. This, for everybody's face shape, you have your ideal ratio. This is where hers would go.
And I do it after the blush.
So you do it before.
Oh, okay.
But because you already had blush and I started.
Okay, no
yes.
problem. Just so we know.
Yes. So you just apply a little.
Okay.
You could also apply a little here at the temples just to warm up the face, and right here at the jawline.
Okay.
Right? Let me cap this.
And we're using cream because what I'm finding is that powder just is sticking in the wrinkles.
Yes. So cream is a little more forgiving.
Okay.
So we're gonna blend out with the brush more to the hairline, right? We're bringing it around. And notice it's like fading the product into the skin, but not like wiping it off.
Okay. Which is what I feel like I do sometimes.
Yes. So we are buffing it into the skin. Now Niki didn't have on a lot of foundation, so you would have done this before.
Okay.
Right?
Because when I do daily, I just put foundation just over my nose type area.
So we feather it in. You see no harsh line, and then we would go back, press into the skin to remove any harsh lines.
Okay.
She barely has on any foundation. I don't like to do the nose for the daytime.
Okay.
But if you feel like you really must have a little nose contour, I'd tell you use a powder product. So for me, I like her cheekbones have popped out even more. Look on the other side. So you can see the difference,
Yes.
right? And it's not heavy, it's not a harsh line. Her skin has warmed it now and she is more defined, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna add a little bit of your cheek highlight. Now, I know if you wanna go and you don't have all 20 something brushes, you can use the same brush, just make sure and wipe it off on a paper towel.
Okay.
So your highlight, it's just this little area here above the cheekbone.
Oh, okay. Because honestly, I never know where to put this.
Yeah. So you can put highlighter in a number of places. You can put it on the cheekbone.
Mm-hmm.
You can, using your ring finger, on the bridge of the nose and the tip. You don't want to overdo and look
Right.
big and shiny.
Wow, makes a difference on the nose.
Yeah.
Just a little tip on the nose.
Yes. So I love these products, Niki. You have good products. So cream products obviously make the skin look more glass-like, and you do have lovely skin. the more powder you put on, it does tend to settle into fine lines. So you want to use as minimum powder. You can use powder because some people prefer a more matte look versus a skin finish look. I prefer skin, but I am wearing powder, but I would use a light setting spray to reduce the powderiness. But when you're using powder, less is more. That's my take on it. What do you think?
I love it. Thank you. And it's just,
Welcome.
look at that. It wasn't a whole lot.
No,
right?
it wasn't a whole lot. It's just knowing where to put the product and just start with a little bit at a time.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, were we doing brows too?
Yes, we should do a little bit of brows. So we will start. I don't have my full kit, but I bought 3 brow pencils. What do you have?
I have a Revlon Color Stay Brow Mousse, which might not work. And I have an Anastasia one too. No, that's a different thing. No, maybe that one wasn't. Oh, and this is a Sephora brow pencil.
Let me see what shade that is.
Yes.
So for you, because your brows are light. Okay, so this is a bit hard.
Too hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe because it's been
Oh, I mean hard and old.
yes, like dry.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when you put products on your skin, it warms it up.
Okay.
Right? Softens it up. So we'll start with it. So the first thing you want to do is brush the brows
Oh, I never do that.
up, right? So over time, like if the brow hairs are like too long, they tend to droop down. So this is just like a little bit of grooming. You would just take a tiny little scissors and trim right here. Now you don't want to cut it too short. You just want to
Oh gosh.
keep it under control. Now the
Okay.
other thing is you don't even have to do that. You can use brow gel.
Okay.
Or I think I have something
You heard that,
right
Mish?
here.
We have to trim our brows. You do that? Oh.
Like okay, so if you
I
go
don't
to
do
the
that.
beautician,
Okay.
there's one section with like a brow wax
Okay.
and a brow powder.
Okay.
So the brow wax would basically keep the hairs in place, so you don't have to do anything, right?
Okay.
And then so you would put your little spoolie in here,
That's your elf brush?
my elf brush.
Okay.
I still like to tap off the excess because you don't want a big blob, and then you would brush it through to give the hair some control. Now Niki's brows are very light, so you don't want to do anything that's too harsh or too overdrawn because then it wouldn't look natural. And we still want to keep it detailed, right? So generally brows, for everybody's face, of course your brows are different, but how to tell if your brow is the correct length, start from the inner corner of the nose, inner corner of the eye, that's where her brow should start. So that is correct.
Okay, I'm correct.
The peak, corner of the nose through the center of the eye, and yes, that's exactly where her peak is. And to get to the end, corner of the nose, corner of the eye, corner of the brow. So her brow is actually like perfect for her face. We don't need to make it bigger, longer, shorter, anything like that.
But what about a more of a peak?
More, yes, so we can enhance using like a
Okay.
little pencil. I still prefer like hair-like strokes, so I'm gonna do that with the pencil. If like some people prefer like a more filled-in brow, so they would use like a pomade followed by a powder. It's really your preference. But
Okay.
for you, like for today, for the demo, I'll just do a little bit of hair-like strokes. So I like to use like a little.
The brow is a whole thing, man.
Yeah. So I start at the bottom and I just start very light. Notice I am not drawing on harsh lines on her skin. Just very short strokes. I kind of tend to leave the beginning part out. And I'm filling as I go. The top, same thing. I want to define the shape. So we come to the peak here. And we're just coloring inside the hairs. I'm not thickening as in making her brow wider than it needs to be. I'm just filling in any little harsh or sparse spots that needs to, okay, look straight ahead for me. I'm going to use my spoolie. Make sure it does not have
That's the
extra product on it, right? And what this does, it feathers out any hard lines.
Okay. All of our podcast listeners, please go and see this all on YouTube.
And this just softens up what I did, right? So it's very subtle. If you look this one to this one, it's not much of a change. We can go back again and add more. We can define
but I can
again
see
with
it.
a powder.
Yeah.
Right. For you, you would know the difference with your two brows, your natural color. Your brows are not twins, they're sisters but not twins.
Twins. They won't be
Or
identical.
cousins. They're
They won't
cousins.
be identical.
Or stepsisters. Yeah, they're not. You know, two
Never.
brows. You're always gonna have one that you like more. This is my favorite side.
My right is my favorite side.
This one I have a cut here that I have to fill in all the time. So Nikki's. So this is Nikki's good brow. This
The
one.
right girl.
This one is thinner. And here needs to fill in more. So you just wanna like eyeball it to even it up. And the new trend is you do not pull the brow down. So when you get to this tail end here, you
Still feather.
flick it out like this
Mm-hmm.
instead of pulling it down.
Mm-hmm.
So you still want to end with like a nice little peak here, but more.
Do you have an
out.
eyeshadow, Nikki?
Yes, just a little bit.
Because I'm seeing the eyeshadow now. I didn't see it before.
Yeah, everything pops when and you see it's not a ton of makeup. It's just very subtle.
Just enough.
It's not like a black. I haven't used a black on you. This is still a dark brown, but it works for you,
Yeah.
right? So
And that's the one I have.
yes. So it's just a very easy way to make your brow just a little bit bolder without being a block.
She didn't put on her makeup in the car.
Yes, because like it takes all the guesswork out. She already like has the roadmap in it.
Okay, perfect.
Contour stick.
I can't see, because no glasses on. Well, I'm happy to know how to use a highlighter though.
Yes. Where's your top for that?
It's probably here somewhere. I'll figure it out after.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see, the contour.
So you always make sure you see the hairline. I hate to see people go up to here and stop, and then there's this piece of bare skin, the foundation not even there, right? You always want to make sure you push it to the hairline so that it looks as natural as
So the
possible.
contour goes up to the hairline.
Yeah. So you put it like maybe like an inch down,
And
and
then
by the
feather
time
it
you
up.
feather it,
Got you.
so you don't want to see any harsh lines. Make it change to yellow. Yeah. Right,
And
and
you blend that towards the blush.
yes, I like to marry my blush into my contour, into my highlight. If you feel like you put on too much, go
Wow.
back. Press, press, press. Now this feels damp to me, so I feel like when Nikki washed it, it didn't fully dry. So this is like the perfect consistency.
I meant it.
Right, so you see, you're not seeing where
The
blush
harsh line,
starts,
but you can
or-
see the definition.
Yes, you're not seeing where blush, and one more highlight.
And the highlight.
Just right above. So I like to
We didn't talk
blend.
about lip color for Nikki. There's a pink that Nikki you wore to our wedding. There's a
What?
color you wore to our wedding.
Oh. It could have been the, oh, sorry.
And he
This
had on a light blue dress and he wore.
I wanted to bring this up to
It was
you.
really pretty.
It could have been going from here, because this lip. This
So can I go ahead and do your lip?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna do a lovely lip color on Nikki, right? Just something to complete the look. As we're getting mature, I don't know if that's the right way. As we're getting older, we tend to lose volume in our lips as
I
well.
definitely have found
Yeah.
that.
So I'm gonna show you a little trick how to plump up the lip without going to get filler.
Okay.
So you will line your lip as normal. So I would start off with the Cupid's bow right here. And you're gonna line coming down, but you're not gonna take the line all the way. So can you part slightly for me? You're not gonna take the line all the way to the corner. You're just gonna stop about here. Right, you wanna use a soft creamy liner that does not drag on the skin. From the middle, you start here and you just push out to the end. Same thing, you're not going to take it all the way to the end. Now you could create a whole look with a good liner. You can fill the entire lip in and just put a gloss over it. You can pencil the lip in halfway like what I'm doing now. Feather it out with a brush or your finger, whatever you decide. And
What's a good liner that you would recommend
oh
for
my gosh, I'm like
mature skin?
just any that doesn't drag. So
Okay.
I like Makeup Forever. This one is Sephora.
Okay.
Jordana is Cheap and Cheerful, like, and that like never fails me.
You know Sephora is cheap and cheerful too.
It's
I
cheap
buy
and
a
cheerful.
lot of
yes,
Sephora
and especially
brand,
like when they have good sale, like if
Yeah.
you time the things properly, you can get good products at a good price.
Yeah.
So lip brush. So I don't like to see lines on the lips. So that's good for me.
And I never do lips. Michelle is aghast at me most times.
Okay, what color you think we want to use today?
You tell me.
I'm gonna use this one
Okay.
just because it's more aligned with the cheek color. And I'm gonna use a little spatula. Even though this is Niki's palette, don't want to dip my brush into it. And you're going to paint on. Now, when you're painting, you don't want to leave out any part of the lip now. So you're going to go all the way in, part slightly for me. Same thing for the top. This is a nice warm color. I like this. Now, so this is just like a regular lip application. If you wanted to plump, the illusion of plumping the lip
Without the fillers.
without the filler, same lip liner.
Mm-hmm.
You would now overline slightly, so just above
Wow.
the cupid's bow. It's like a millimeter. So I'm just gonna do one side just so you can see the difference.
Okay.
And you're gonna overline just the bottom, right under the lip. Not taking it all the way to the corner, it's just the center we're focused on. Tell me if Niki, one side of Niki's lip isn't larger than the other.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
see that?
Without it looking
Crazy,
crazy.
right? And we haven't done gloss. Gloss would actually make the lip
You see?
appear fuller. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do the other side.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a neat little trick that anybody could do at home. You're going out for dinner and you're just, feeling for something new. And again, it's not so exaggerated where it's like, not like the trends that we're seeing where they fully like overdraw the lip, where
Right.
it's too recognizable. You still wanted people to be like, did she have something done? She's looking, something looking a little different. I love this.
Well, that's what we want, so we don't look so popped down, right, Mish?
Correct.
I love
Okay.
this.
Thank you.
Yes, good.
Well, that was exciting. I was excited about that.
You're welcome.
Oh, I didn't even say thank you. Thank you.
You did.
Oh, okay. And back with the glasses.
Yes. So
I can't wait to try more.
Yes. So only thing, if you wanted to add more to this, if you wanted to powder certain areas. To
Oh, that's what I
mattify.
wanted. That's what I wanted
Okay.
to ask you, because is it too shiny, especially for
If
camera?
you want, for me it isn't, because I love your skin is really
Right.
shining through. Good. So
I used to
is
be a
that-
big Bare Minerals person.
I do like Bare Minerals. I still like Bare Minerals. That shade, however, does have a bit of pigment in it, so I would.
I have this one.
Yeah. So, well, this one looks like it has a bit of shimmer. We just want to test. It does.
Okay, so,
so
no
we're
sugar.
not gonna go. Yeah, we don't want anything because look at it on my hand. You can see it's clearly reflective.
Okay, and we don't
so
want that.
So I think like maybe put it on your collarbone.
Okay,
you can save
we
that
can
for
get
that
rid of
area.
that.
So I have this nice little setting powder. This is from Huda Beauty, and you can get their number of micro mils.
Okay.
Just very fine, translucent powders. This does not have a lot of color on it. You can see it disappearing into the air. It's so light. So what I do, I swirl my brush around in it, tap off the excess, and you can look in the mirror to see. And it literally will just remove the lightest of shine without changing your makeup. Without.
Okay. Oh, and that's what I love. Yes.
Yes. So T-zone area tends to be the area that we need it more.
Back in the day, I used to use baby powder when I was a teenager.
I think some people still do. So another way we can use to set, use a little puff.
Okay, and that is Huda.
Huda Beauty. Yes.
Huda. Okay,
Yes.
well, you'll tell us.
Yes.
all.
There's a number of brands. You don't have to like stick to one. But I like this one because they have like 3 shades. So I use one for like setting my face, one for under eye,
And that
one
would
like
just
a
be
color
called,
corrected.
that would just be a setting powder.
Yes.
Okay.
So you put a little bit on your puff and you would press it. Again, I like to tap off the excess so not a big blob and just press. And any area that you just want to tap down the glow, you feel like you're glowing too much, that's actually a thing. You just press it. So you can look, this side is a little bit more matte than the other. I didn't like fully do it.
But still not that
But
matte.
still, yeah,
Yeah.
so you still look like skin, but not, you know, you don't want to look greasy.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow, and on to Michelle.
And so it's my turn.
Yes. Okay, so I love your palette. I love your clean foundation. Every time I see you, everything is nice and flawless and well put together. But one thing I've noticed, you avoid the cheeks.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
So I am going to just.
So would you recommend wearing my cheeks even during the day or?
Yes, like
Really?
like even like the slightest bit of color or bronzer. Even if
Like
you don't
Nikki
wanna
always
do a
has
color.
her cheeks on.
Yes, it brings
It does.
some warmth back into the skin. It brings some dimension, separates the the top from the bottom. You see the cheekbones a little more defined. And Nikki is blessed with cheekbones for you, me, and her.
Right.
But we want to bring out what you already have. So we want to maximize, right? So I saw you got a lovely product here
Yes,
from Rare
yes,
Beauty,
yes.
and I love this shade. So we're gonna do.
I've never tried it though, so I need to help it because I just got scared when I saw a
I love
blush.
it. It's like one of my favorites, and it's a go-to for like daytime because it's again very skin-like.
Right.
So
Yes.
we are going. Yes.
No, and the creamy blush is
Yes.
what we need
Right,
for our
I think-
age,
Yes.
right?
yes.
Yeah. So
But I've never tried a creamy blush.
So, Mich already has on her foundation with powder. I'm just going to go on top of it.
Okay.
And I'm using a very light application because I do not want to drag her makeup. Right?
Also, do you put in terms of the steps, right? So the foundation first, then the blush, then the powder.
Yes. So, I would say all creams together. So, if
Okay.
you're doing foundation, so moisturize skin prep first, you can do your primer if you choose. Then you do your cream products. Cream products or water-based products is your foundation, your concealer, corrector. Those
Right.
things.
In that order?
Not any specific order.
Okay.
However you want to apply it. Some people don't even use concealer. Case in point.
Okay.
I'm not even using foundation. I use my CC cream. But anything creamy based, you do them all together.
Okay.
Blend them together.
Because you do see people put everything all at once
Yes,
and then rub
and then
it
they
all
blend
in.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So same concept. So I would say the same with the cream blush. So when you put your foundation on, before you mattify it with the powder, you put your cream blush on. So you position that and then you powder.
Okay.
Based on my training, it would be right here.
Okay.
And I start applying.
Okay.
So I pat. I did not pick up a lot of product. Right? Now, I don't like to bring it anywhere past the center of the eye because then it's going too close to the nose.
Okay.
Right?
And you're lifting as you go along.
And you're lifting. Depending
Or the
on
bounce,
person,
as you call it?
the bouncing, which
But I'm
is
saying going up.
Yeah,
As
yes,
opposed to-
okay.
right.
Yes, so I was just going
Oh
to
my gosh, look at that.
People,
The blush
Love
just
to
made
do-
a big difference on her face
Yes,
right
it does.
there. Yeah.
it lifts it up, and I love this high bun, so we're gonna
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Bring
love
a
that.
little
Mish.
bit of
You
color.
need to
We
wear.
don't want the pop down, so we're lifting everything.
Yes, you need to wear the blush every day.
yes, and that is just as subtle. That was just one touch.
Yes, you can't even really.
No,
See it, but
Yeah.
you know it's there.
it's
Yeah.
there. Right. So we're not gonna do anything too crazy today because I don't want to scare you off into wearing the product. I want to encourage you to wear the product.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off a little bit. I'm just gonna go a little bit more.
So for the night wear now, to transform to night, I could add a little bit more.
You can always add more. Night is
Right.
very forgiving because it's all about lighting. Daytime, I would always say less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it more skin-like. Nighttime, you can, and especially if it's like a formal event where the lighting is very overblown and you have to take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next thing when you're going to take like flash photography. You want to make sure your makeup is on properly because when they flash on you, half of
Fix
that
up
washes
everything.
off. Yes.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you see people and the flash makes their. You see all the
Everything.
foundation.
You see everything.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I've
More
actually
than
seen the old. I've seen the old
likely-
eyes
Yes.
under with the
More
flash.
likely the setting powder was not so. Cameras now pick up every single thing, which is why being a makeup artist you have to be so careful in the products that you use that it doesn't provide a flashback.
Love that Mish. Looks
What do you
really
think?
good.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
And not scary, right?
Not at all.
Not
And
scary.
easy.
And
Easy.
So the Rare Beauty, what color is that?
So for Michelle, this is nearly mauve. I
Rare
have like 3 others, and I have nearly neutral, and this is nearly apricot. This is a favorite of mine because it's like a nice peachy color,
okay.
but not like orange. You know, it's not too bright, so it works for a variety.
Is
of
that what
skin
you're wearing
tones.
now?
I think so.
Okay.
I can never remember.
Oh, what color would you recommend for me? Like
So so even this shade could
nearly
work on you.
mauve? Okay,
Yes.
perfect, okay.
You just it depends on your application. So you don't want to go too heavy. You still want to keep it nice and sheer for daytime.
And this is Sephora?
No,
This-
it's Rare Beauty.
Oh, you have to order as
I think you can get it straight from the website, and you can get it at Sephora
Okay.
too, and I believe Ulta as well.
Perfect.
Again, you don't have to be brand specific. Any cream blush. So
So I got this as a gift.
yes, yes,
But it's a good gift.
Yes, it's a very good gift. I need a gift like this. That's beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side.
Okay.
Let me ask you something about color corrector. Because before when we had spoken, you told me to get peach,
Yes.
and you had told Michelle to get the green one.
The green, no, so green, so color theory, green will cancel red. So
Okay.
any redness on the skin, you want a green color corrector.
So
For Michelle, for color corrector, I would say something more in the orange.
orange. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
I
Okay.
said peach for you because you are a lighter skin shade, and if you put orange corrector on you, it will never blend.
Because I will look sallow.
It will look-
yeah.
Is that based
Orange.
on your undertone?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Right? And so for you, if you use the same peach concealer as her, it may not conceal, it may not correct as much as effectively.
Okay.
Right? So our shade range, I would say something closer to the orange, but not intense orange. You still want a little bit of product, and then you want to blend it out.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to set this with a little bit of powder blush now. I'm using from my palette, and I'm just going to go over that.
Powder blush.
Powder blush.
Ah,
Now you
okay.
can set it with your translucent powder,
Okay.
but I just want
But
to show
not
you.
this powder blush.
You can.
Oh.
So because I don't want to do 2 different blushes
Right.
on you,
Mm-hmm.
but you can intensify because remember that's a cream product and it's going to grab powder.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to intensify, you can go something similar, or you could change it all together
Mm-hmm.
with something. So this is a little more
A bit more brown in that.
brown, bronzy shade.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you would consider a bronzer?
No.
Okay.
So I'll go to bronzer just now.
See, I'm all excited about the bronzer.
So this is just a little tap just to set the
In the
cream.
same spaces that you did put the blush on.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It sets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
love
what do you
that.
think? So it just
And it-
changes ever so slightly. So this has a little bit of gold undertone to it.
Mm-hmm.
as you say, in gold. I have this beautiful gold highlighter that I'm dying to
That
try
I've
on you
never
because
tried.
it really pop.
When meaning I've never done it
Yes,
myself,
I love it.
so I don't know how to use that.
So we're gonna use a powder bronzer on you.
Okay.
Tart.
Actually, I
Ooh.
have one that I've never used.
The bronzer?
Yes.
I have bronzers too. That
I've never used it.
Okay, so no, we need to play around. Okay,
Okay.
so you're gonna exactly like where you would have placed your contour. Just apply a little bronzer. Now this is not very heavy.
And you're doing it towards the cheek
Yes.
as
so
opposed to the jawline.
Yes, and I'm feathering.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that. Why do you feather forward?
Just because I like to blend my
So you're not
bronzer.
seeing-
so
you're
you
not seeing the
marry the
So
blush
marry.
and
Yes,
So you're not seeing the lines.
no lines.
No lines.
Love that.
right? And I don't like to
Mm-hmm.
draw up and down because then you can't remove it. What if you put too much product down, right? So I prefer light hand, and this has like gold. I think is gonna be very flattering on you. So this bronzer has a bit of a gold. It's not a sheen, but it does have a little light reflecting that you
I
can
can
see
see it.
right there. Right. So now we're
I
gonna
feel like going out now.
pop,
Right?
we're gonna pop those cheekbones out with a
Okay,
little
this one I
gold.
wanna
So this
see.
is a cream, and I believe I got this as a sample. Look at that shine. Now this is gonna be a lot.
Is this what you used on Niki as well?
No.
Oh.
I use Niki's.
I had a merit
Ah,
highlighter.
yes,
But it's
yes.
creamy.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just the top. You see where the light is hitting her cheekbone right here?
Right.
That is telling you exactly where
Where the
to put it.
high. Okay.
So this is why light is important when you're putting your makeup on. Whether it is from a ring light or from the window, you want to make sure you have good lighting to see exactly where to place your product.
So what brand is that?
This one is Laura Geller.
Okay.
I think somebody had a Laura. I spotted a Laura Geller.
Yes, I use
Probably
the Laura
Niki.
Geller powder.
Yes.
Powder.
Turn this way. Turn.
Oh,
next
sorry.
direction.
Oh, for the
so
lights
see
hitting.
right here.
I love that machine. Need to get that too.
Yes. So this, Michelle would allow me
Go
to
right
just
ahead.
put a little bit on the inner corner
nose?
of the eyes
Oh,
Ooh,
sure.
look
Oh,
and the
okay.
nose.
Absolutely.
I've
Go right
lost
ahead.
my brush.
Go right ahead.
It's right here.
Because I actually do that, with my
Just the inner.
yeah, just a little bit here.
So we're gonna use a little tiny brush. This,
Okay.
I call this a pencil brush. So you can use this for under eye, inner corner, just like a little bit of sparkle, anything like that. So
Asian eyes are a whole other.
yes,
thing.
whole other lesson.
Yeah.
So we're using the same one.
Same one, and we're just gonna go right here in the tear duct. A little spotlight.
I used to go all out, even with the white pencil on the inside of the eye.
I love
If you
that.
can
I
believe me.
need those to see these things coming back because you could do it in subtle ways.
I know. The pop
It
down.
just takes
We're popping
time.
up though, popping up.
Yes,
We're
you
popping
just
up.
need a little encouragement,
Yeah.
and I just like to feather it out. I don't like to just leave it. So other areas you can highlight the brow bone.
Wow, I love that, Mish.
And it's not crazy. It's not like a
Right.
glittery.
So she's taking the highlighter and just putting it just underneath your brow bone, just in the corners of your eye. Looks perfect.
What do you
It's a
think?
glow.
Yeah, subtle. Just
Yeah.
picking up on the
And
light.
it looks very modern.
And gold, I like the gold on you.
Yes.
Gold, I think gold brings out your complexion so nice.
Yeah, very nice. I feel like I have
Yes.
all these highlights.
Yes. I want you to show me what you do for your night look on your lips. How you
Oh, that is so basic though. I like to wear reds at night.
yes.
And I also have a darker brown, as I was mentioning, which is kind of like a burgundy brown. Really pretty. I've learned to love it.
Yes.
I didn't like it initially. But I'd wear my reds or the dark. Or if I'm going clubbing, I like something else.
Clubbing?
Yeah.
Look at this.
It doesn't
She
happen
goes
very
clubbing.
often. It doesn't happen. Okay, let me start again. If I'm going to go dancing, when we go to
Yes.
a party, as opposed to a dinner,
Right.
I like to wear something that's kind of sparkly, silvery, which I didn't take again. I forgot to take that.
But you
Okay.
wanted to try your browns though, right? Your
For the day, for the
your
day.
blush,
Yeah, we
your
got
day
the
Okay.
day.
So do you want me to show you?
Yes, I do, because I love to see a nude lip,
Yes.
but I'm not sure if I do it
Okay.
properly because I find that the nudes are so
Nudes can wash you out.
They can.
They
You have to know how to
the
apply
right
the
nude. You have to
the
mimic.
right
So,
shade. So this I found worked for me.
yes, the brown.
Yes.
So
I
you want
found
to
that-
try with your brown?
Well,
you
I-
want to try with
Whichever,
what I
okay.
put on.
I like what you. I like the
Okay, so
combination
let's,
you have.
yes, so let's try. Okay, so I do not, I struggle also with pigmentation on my lips.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to have a very sheer color show through,
Mm-hmm.
I have a little trick. I put foundation on my lips.
Which
right?
I do sometimes.
Good.
too.
Yes. So we're just gonna use, yes, tiny bit.
Of
Just
your
a little-
foundation.
Yes.
there.
Oh mine. This is
Okay.
like that little
And
dark.
what
one.
brand foundation do you use?
This is the Maybelline. This is
Okay.
my everyday
Yes.
quick.
So because it's not on her skin,
So I
we
could just use this one.
yes, anyone.
Or
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
So any
Yes,
wedge.
you can use that.
Or any
Right.
sponge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little tip.
Just a little press.
Right. kind of thing.
You want me to? Let me do it for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you
Oh,
want to
a lot more.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
press onto the back of the hand, so
Mhm.
not a
We get the
lot.
excess.
Yes, and you're going to. Now you're gonna try and not go over her lip line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And notice I'm not drowning her in product, right?
Mhm.
She doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's getting all of my teeth. It's not. We're not going crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but we still want to make sure we put enough product on.
Right. Would you put foundation on your eyes too?
On my lid.
Yes.
I have it on now
Okay.
with my CC cream. So whatever remains on the brush, I just pass it over the lid. But you want to make sure that it's minimal because remember the eye creases.
Right.
And it will settle.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to pat it off before you set it.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
yes, because sometimes your lid color is a bit discolored. It could be
Right,
a little
and
bit
I
darker.
always-
So just to have everything
Just-
even. And then not all eyeshadows are equal. Some eyeshadows is so sheer it doesn't show up. So you need something to grab. So that's technically a primer for your
Okay.
eye
The
that
eyes.
you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going out as a nighttime event, I would use corrector. If it's
Okay.
the daytime, I wouldn't even use concealer. I would just
Take
your
whatever.
light coverage foundation powder, a CC cream, a tinted moisturizer. It depends time and place.
Okay.
And how much time you have.
Right.
Correct. So I'm just gonna go lightly with your powder and a brush. Yes, can I use your fluffy brush?
The thing is, with Asian eyes, sometimes the eyeliners will
Yes.
bleed.
Yes.
Mm.
So I'm just
So-
gonna
oh, sorry.
I tapped off the excess.
Mm.
Just go into powder.
Wow, look
Right.
at that.
So at least you have a base on.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this pencil. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in
Is that at
Limitless
Sephora?
Brown. Yes, in
Oh,
Sephora.
perfect.
And I believe Ulta.
Mhm.
It is not cheap, but it is my favorite brown pencil, and it's to me it's like a universal shade. It works for anybody that loves a good brown liner.
Also, I find that some liners are very hard.
Yes.
So put
They
it on,
drag.
I literally feel it.
No, you don't want that.
MAC has a good eyeliner.
Yeah.
Or lip liner too. Yeah.
Lips and eyes. I love MAC products as well. Okay, so just for
Oh.
camera right. So again, we're not going to go crazy. We're gonna start at the Cupid's bow.
Yep. I really love the highlighter under your eyebrow though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks really
Makes a
nice.
big difference, and
Yes.
that's she has no eyeshadow on. That's
Yeah,
just
no, it
a
looks
little bit of
great.
highlight.
But she's just beautiful,
Yes,
so
she
it's
is.
easy
Mm.
to.
And I'm not overlining,
No, just like the feathery strokes.
just feathery strokes.
Yes, and it doesn't look like it's dragging at all.
No, it's very buttery.
Yeah.
So Misha's blessed with nice full lips. But again, if she wanted to,
Augment them.
fool somebody a little bit for the day, you can overline the top and overline the bottom like what I
Okay.
showed before. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the pencil down maybe to about half.
Okay, so you fill in the lip.
Yeah,
halfway.
and I notice I'm not filling in like precise.
Right, just yeah.
Just put the color in.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
and I'm gonna use a lip
So,
pencil.
so do I need to sort of fade that in or
Yes.
just
So
oh, okay.
trusty lip pencil,
Mm-hmm.
wipe off whatever excess. I sprayed it with alcohol before.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to feather.
Oh, just a plain
Yes.
lip pencil.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a lip pencil.
A brush?
Brush.
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
They have so many. This is like a detachable one with a cover.
So I'm gonna get a small brush and a lip
Yes.
brush.
And it doesn't need to be specifically lip brush. It just needs to be a brush that can be cleaned easily.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because lip products tend to stain your brushes. So make sure it's like a synthetic.
And you would just spray the alcohol on.
Alcohol and then shampoo it when
Okay.
you want to do a deep clean. So if you look, that by itself is beautiful. You could top that off with a nice gloss,
yeah.
right?
It looks nice.
Yes. Now I accidentally picked up the lighter shade when I was shopping, right? I was really shopping for clients. And I was like, how am I gonna use this? Like this, it's not a go-to shade for me, this shade of pink. But I found like when I mixed it in with a brown, it gave me.
And that's what you have on now?
Yeah, like it gave enough color to pop through. It's very comfortable. And the brown kind of toned down the pink.
What brand is that?
Charlotte Tilbury.
Oh, yes.
But can I tell you though, it took me years to get to appreciate brown.
Yes.
I never liked brown lips.
So I feel
I
like
love
the
a
brown lip.
90s
Took me
is
years.
coming right back
I
around.
love a
because
brown
It
lip.
took me a long time.
I love what you
I
have
love
on
that
now.
because
Yeah.
this is not very far from Michelle's natural
But
color.
it looks beautiful
But
to
it looks
me.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think that's the whole thing. Like makeup is getting back to the point where now we can appreciate the natural beauty because we haven't done anything crazy on her, and yet her skin looks so polished. The golds bring out the undertone. The brown is like the lips are nice.
She
and
looks
defined.
finished, but doesn't look as if she's
Overdone.
Right,
Yeah.
which is what I want
Yes.
to learn to do.
Yes.
It
You know,
looks
quickly.
it looks nice. I really like how
Yes.
that looks.
So we're gonna start with a little bit of this pink
Mhm.
in the center. And notice how bright it is. This is why I was like, I'm so scared about this shade of pink. I was like, did I waste my money?
Let me just
But the brown is gonna soften it up. So notice where I put it. I put it to the middle and I'm just blending out the edges, and I want you to do the press. Press your lips together a few times for me.
Oh, I love it.
Right, and you can already see it transforming, right?
Yes.
So the brown with the pink is gonna soften. You can choose to go with a gloss or leave it like this. Can you part slightly for me? Right, because we want to make sure we get.
I really like that pink though.
This pink would look so good on you with a different liner. I'm kind of interested to see what a brown liner would look like on Niki too. But I don't think anybody should be afraid of brown liner. You need to, of course, just practice till you get, because it took me like a lot of trial and error to find a brown that I really like. What do you think about it?
Yeah, that's cute.
I love
I
that.
can't imagine Niki with a brown liner though. Like with this color, I would want to get that look that she has now.
Yes, maybe something more cinnamon, but you get
But not
like
brown
you can
like this.
change. Yeah, it might be interesting to see though. It'll look very bold.
I really-
very.
But I love
dramatic.
that on you.
Yeah,
it
this
looks
is
really
good.
nice.
And it does it. How does it feel?
It feels good.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
good.
feel dry.
No,
And I've
it's a nice
had mine on for
texture.
hours eating and drinking, and it's still good.
So Laura Geller.
No,
So
this
Charlotte
is Charlotte Tilbury.
Tilbury for this
Oh my
one.
gosh.
But again, we don't have to be brand specific. I just know
But
Just find the
true
shade.
work. Yes,
Really?
just find a shade and a finish. I think cream and creamy finish versus matte will
Because
it's
matte really
easier to work
does
with.
get dry.
Matte, and when you put it on, that's it. It stays in
Yeah,
place.
you
These
can't
you could
fix it, you
play
can't
around.
correct
Like
it.
if you wanted to adjust the shade, you could go back in
Yeah.
again. You could top this up with a gloss. It's easier to work with. More
I found the
forgiving.
NARS lip stain
It's good.
stays long
Really
too.
good.
Yeah, I love
Love
it.
it, love
It
it.
looks great.
Yes.
But can I have this look for everyday look?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
for sure.
If you wanted to take it up a notch, then yeah, you can go in with gloss or something more glittery on the center of the lips. And again, don't take it all the way to the edges. I think that's when it starts to bleed and then go crazy.
What glitter? Because I suppose I wanted to wear this kind of look for the night.
Yes.
So I wanted to transform it. What glitter?
So
Type.
I think once it is cosmetic glitter for the face and not for the body, it's okay to put it on.
So like like MAC has a lip glass,
yes.
something like that.
Yes. I love lip gloss.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I was more thinking because I was
Glitter, literal glitter.
I was thinking like I've done this like in my eyeshadow palette. It may have a shade that is a bit shimmery, right? And I would
Just tap it in the middle
on the
and
center of the lip.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Just make sure it is for the face. That's all I would say. So if it's for body and it's chunky glitter, don't put that in your mouth or near your eyes.
got it.
Yeah.
Well, she's a glitter. She's carnival
I
queen.
love it.
She's a glitter person.
That's a whole
Live
nother.
for the glitter.
No,
That's
but
a whole
Mich,
nother
it
discussion.
looks great.
Yeah,
You
this
look
is nice.
very polished.
Very
Yeah.
polished, very. What would
Still
they
very
say?
you.
Demure.
Very demure.
Very demure.
That's the word for 2024,
Yes,
right?
yes, I saw that.
Yes, it's nice. I
Very
like it.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Sabrina.
welcome.
We
You're welcome.
appreciate you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Happy to help.
Thank you.
Happy to share.
And this was easy.
Yes, this was not, and that's the whole thing. I don't want you to be scared. Makeup should not be intimidating. It should be.
It can be
should
overwhelming.
Make you feel better
Yeah.
about you, and it's just sit down at home and practice. That's the
I
most
guess like
important thing.
anything else, just have to practice.
Practice, and then over time you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm like have the hang of this. Let me try something new. So I'm looking forward to see what you all do with this.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Sure. All right, so let's look at our two faces. Nicely done.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Niki
Thank
has
you.
the best hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of What the 50. Please show your love and encouragement by sharing, subscribing, and leaving a review wherever you're listening.
And don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram. And please join our active Facebook group at what.the50.